Hi, good morning. Hope you're all well. I'm just outside, well, I'm in between Doncaster and Selby today. I was coming to have a look at something. It's a bit of a serious, emotive subject. So if you follow your disused railways over the last year or 6 months, probably even further back than that, to be honest, you'll have seen there's been a bit of a plan by National Highways, it used to be called Highways England, to infill, or well, make bridges safe, as they're putting it, on disused railway lines. And I've come to have a look today at a couple of bridges that have been getting a little bit of publicity recently. There's a couple of campaigns to try and save them, and this is one of those bridges. So this is on the Hull Barnsley Railway. So here's where we are today. We're just in that triangle between Doncaster, Wakefield and Selby. And here's the location of the two bridges that we're going to see today, just to the east of the small village of Little Smeaton. So I've just had a walk along the bridge. I mean, to be fair, it is safe to say it's in a pretty poor state of repairs. I'm seeing, even with my untrained eye, I'm no structural engineer, but big cracks. It's really let itself go, this bridge. It's obviously not really had a great amount of maintenance. I don't know if it's light enough to see, it's pretty dark under here. Little brick archways. It's like there's a lot of old sleepers and things just there, the other side of that fence. So just behind me, I've actually drove past it, just on my way into the village, is the old Great Musgrave train station, which is now, it's a private residence stroke, what looks like some kind of building yard. As you can see, lots of work's been done to clear down here. I understand it was meant to be demolished by now, or pretty soon, but that work's been paused, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a few minutes. So that's the track bed down there. That's looking back towards Hull, the Hull direction. Looking that way, he's going off towards, well, I'll say it's towards Barnsley. There's a couple of branches off there as well to Denby and Wath. So I was just saying, it's a pretty emotive subject. It's really got a lot of enthusiasts of old disused and railway history a bit hot under the collar, probably for good reason. There is, I think, if these things aren't challenged, they'll just be going around the country, just erasing little bits of history like that beautiful bridge. Right, back out onto the road now. So like I say, this is one of two bridges, and this is on Stubbs Lane in the little village of Little Smeaton. So let's just have a look at what National Highways are saying about this infilling work. So the work has been paused to give local authorities and interest groups more time to fully consider structures as part of their local active travel plans for walking, cycling and heritage railways. And the headline here is for 5 bridges to be demolished and 59 bridges to be infilled. So in terms of the infilling, this is what they have to say. So we will consider infilling where there is no feasible option for future use. For example, where there are now buildings on a former railway line that make any possible reuse of the route extremely unlikely. So given that sections of the Hull and Barnsley Railway have been reclaimed, you could say that these two bridges do fall into that category. So I'm going to go down now and try and find the second bridge, which is only about a mile down the road. Right, second bridge now, less than a mile coming from that direction down the trackbed. So exactly the same story with this one. I mean, again on this one, gaps appearing, there's big gaps between the bricks. You can see where it's not, it definitely needs a little bit of TLC. So a bit of a dump it site, this one. I mean, they are really good looking bridges, aren't they? That big steel girder there. I mean, like I say, there are two sides to every story. These coming and seeing these bridges, they do need quite a little bit of money spending on them. So obviously national highways, I don't know, are they funded by the government? I assume, you know, they're having to look at cost cutting and things like that, and they're seeing that as the cheapest way to deal with these bridges. But there is obviously the side of the argument that I suppose I'd have to sit on, where we don't want to lose these structures, we don't want to lose this history, we want those bridges to be kind of left as they were. Yeah, it's quite an emotive subject really, isn't it? So I'm at the other side of the bridge, try and wade my way through the brambles and things. There's a bit of a pigsty down here. I'm already tangled up in thorns. Ow, ow, ow. Oh dear. What a beautiful colour in the sunshine. Just come back into the car just to get out of the wind. It is quite windy still on top of the bridge. So it is important just to point out the work to infill these bridges has been paused. It's not been stopped. Now, just going back to what we've just read on the National Highways website, it's difficult to see a future for these bridges. I don't think it'll be too long before that work does start, before it's reviewed, which is quite sad. Well, there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching this short video. Just a bit of a bonus video because I was in the area. I thought I'd stop and just have a look at these two just to see what all the fuss was about. There we go. You've seen it too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.